What's up, everybody? Hope you're doing well. This is Jesse Bond from Quit Last MMA, and today we're back, me and Anthony David. We talk about the Fight Night card from last week, Derek Lewis versus Curtis Blaydes, and what a firefight that was, man. Jeez, crazy knockout, great night of fights. We get into all of it, chop it up like we do every week. Talk to you guys soon. Thanks for sticking around. Peace.
Quit last. Quit last.
Quit last, bitch. Sorry.
Hey, D in the house.
We're gonna get demonetized. You could bleep that.
Oh man, no, it's good. We'll leave it in.
Quit last.
What up, son?
Yeah.
Boo, boo, boo. Yeah, like there's
UFC Fight Night, right?
yeah, man. How was your weekend before we jump into it?
Oh, it was good. I did a Zoom show, which is where I got a chance to figure out how to do this. Use my interface finally. For the shout out the ladies from Jack and Jill. It's the prestigious. It was like when I was growing up, that would be like the real foo kids that had money and stuff.
Oh, the toys?
No, Jack and Jill is like an educational something or another. Real cool, like like uh upper middle class black kids. It's pretty good.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
Yeah, and they do they did a lot for the I don't know, educational stuff from what I remember. I just knew that people I went to school with were in Jack and Jill, and I used to want to be in
it. Right.
So I, was moving here. I get a chance to perform with them every now and then, help them raise money, all that kind of stuff.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
That's
How about yours?
Good, man. It was cool. Saturday, watch fights. Sunday, played. Friday, played.
Oh, yeah? What'd you play Friday?
Friday had a thing with Selena Johnson.
Nice.
Yeah, just a little taping thing for something she was doing, just acoustic, and me and her background singer. So
nice.
Yeah, it was cool, man. It was a busy week, but it was all good.
Yeah, mine was Friday, and then Saturday fights, and then Sunday, just chilling.
Right. Did you get to watch all the fights this week?
Let me look here. I pretty much watched the whole main card. Yeah.
Right.
I didn't get to see any undercard stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah, man, this card was good, top to bottom.
You think? I thought it was all right.
Well, see, but you only watched the main card though too.
I did see that there were a bunch of finishes.
Dude, there was like 8 finishes. So how many fights got canceled on this? So the Luis Pena.
Yeah.
His fight got canceled. The other dude, he missed weight
by is that the guy that missed weight like 20 pounds?
It was like 11 and a half pounds. he was supposed to be fighting at 145 and he missed 155.
Oh.
Hey.
What's he gonna do? I heard he was crying too. That's the funny part. It's like, I don't know, man. Hey, it's not my life.
Right, exactly.
I swear I try not to like rag the fighters because they do a hard job, but come on, dog.
Yeah, I mean that's a big miss. I mean, at a certain point, like that's not your weight class. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Damn.
Like
I'd like to know what I mean. He's probably got some mental things going on.
Excuse me. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to tell, man. I mean, I've never been a wrestler. I've never really cut weight ever. So
yeah, me neither.
I mean,
don't want to.
No,
I don't even like to lose weight. Like the weight I gotta lose now, I'm not looking forward to it.
No, I'm trying to gain weight. I don't want to lose weight, please. But
eat different and all that.
Man, I've seen plenty of guys cutting weight though, like back in high school, just wrapped up in trash bags all day, on the treadmill all day, trying to cut down weight. I'm like, not drinking water for 2 days and working out hard.
God bless him.
Yeah. Which is why, like other organizations like One and stuff, they do the hydration testing. Like you have to stay, within a certain range or else they won't even let you fight. So, I mean, I wish the UFC would
I heard that's a little bit of funny business too. That doesn't go exactly how we heard, but whatever.
Probably
It's
not.
something like yeah.
Yeah.
But ideally, yeah, that would be the thing. Izzy doesn't really cut weight.
Right.
Works out for him.
He's also Izzy.
Exactly.
Yeah. But then you got like your Anthony Smiths and those guys. It's like Anthony Smith is fighting at 205. And he's like, man, am I in the wrong weight class? Because I can't remember who beat him
Oh yeah,
last
yeah,
time.
yeah,
It was the
yeah.
fight after Glover, right?
Mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm.
he fought
Yeah.
Glover, and then his fight after, whoever
Mm-hmm.
he was fighting, he was like, man, he just felt like he was too big for me, you know?
Mm-hmm. Getting ragged out a little bit. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. So hey, I don't think there's a perfect solution to any of that, but that dude, 11 pounds, you sound like me.
Right, right,
If
right.
you want to do what I do, I mean, well,
He
you got to
was
learn how to sing, but
he was pulling a Nate Diaz, man. He's like,
right,
yeah, I fight at 145, but at 155 though.
right,
But like I missed 155 this time.
yeah.
Yeah.
But let's just fight at 150, 160.
Right.
I just made up a new weight.
Right. And then we had Jamal Emmers,
Mhm.
and he had back spasms. And so
I heard about that. Yeah.
his opponent, I can't who was his opponent that came out? I didn't
Do you not get paid when that happens?
no, so I think it's a cancellation, but I
want my
mean,
money. They count that as a buy or a forfeit. I want my money.
yeah, for real. And that's what he was I gotta look up his name. But yeah, that's what he was saying. He was like, man, am I gonna get my full like I want my win bonus? You know what I
Right.
mean? Like
Right.
like straight up. I mean, how can you not? You know what I mean?
Because the guy was walking out or something when that happened, right? Like the back spasm happened on the way out to the ring or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, I mean his opponent was out there. So let me see. What's this? So didn't I I didn't even
I want my money.
yeah. I don't know. Oh, who was it? Who was Emmer supposed to fight? Here, I got it right here. Skelly, Chaz Skelly. That's who it was. So Skelly was like, yeah, man, I want my win bonus. Like, so what if he's getting 30 or 40 or whatever it was? So he wants his 60.
Get it to him.
And he made a good point. He was like, I'm big for my division. Like,
Right.
it's hard for me to cut this weight. I can't come back and do it again in 2 weeks. Like,
Right.
I need to get paid.
Right. No, get that man paid. That's what I
Absolutely.
say. Pay the man, Dana.
That's right. That's right. And
Next
then
fight.
right. Next fight. Yeah. Did you see that article that came or it wasn't really an article. I just heard about it about Dana's gambling practices. I don't want to call it an addiction.
He likes to
well, he was talking about how he lost $1 million on a boxing match.
Well, I wouldn't call it an addiction either because $1 million is like $10 to us.
Right, exactly. $1 million to Dana when you got 5 or 6 sitting in the bank.
I'll go up a little bit. I lost $100. That's what it's like.
Yeah, or maybe 1,000. You know, I don't know.
Yeah. Let's go with 1,000. Now that would piss me off.
But $1,000 in a pandemic.
Yo, if I lost $1,000, I would call that addiction.
Right. Exactly.
I'd be like, yo, we got to do something about this.
But then all the comments are like, yeah, fighters are still getting paid like 10, 20, and 20. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But hey,
well, the way I see that, to some extent, well, he proved it during this thing when a lot of money needed to be spent to put these events on. He did it.
Yeah.
So if it's in his pockets, he's an entrepreneur. The fighters won't necessarily. They can't even do that. You know what I mean? Pay them more, and you can see all the other organizations that we pay them, and then they're gone.
Right.
So I mean, I give it to Dana just for having it around, creating a platform. It's the biggest platform. And it's up to them how much they get paid. They could end up like Conor. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody's gonna end up like Conor, but you know what I'm saying. Like they get opportunities,
Yeah.
so yeah, I'm a little bit more. I'm not that hard on Dana about the money.
No, you can't be, man, because I mean he has a big roster
Mhm.
and he's still growing the sport, So I mean,
Yeah,
could he do more? Could they allocate more of the company's earnings? Because I've heard that it's like for payroll is only like 12% or something of
hmm
UFC expenses, which seems a
hmm
little low. I don't know. That number could be off. I mean, let's
hmm
call it somewhere between 10 and 20, whatever it is. But
yeah, but nobody asked how much does it cost to make Fight Island.
no, they don't. or to build the UFC PI in Vegas,
Right,
or
right,
the one that they're trying to build in Mexico and
right.
in Africa and expand the sport. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, it's still being, what is that? Research and development and investment in the infrastructure. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I think, and now the part about where fighters, I don't. It seems like they couldn't get endorsements and stuff like that. But then at the same time, I see people with endorsements, so I'm confused on that too.
well, so I think back in the day, you were able to endorse whoever, which is why like on the old school shorts and stuff, like you had so many different companies and different fighters would wear different gear and stuff like
Yeah,
that. And UFC
yeah,
wanted to streamline that, so I think that
and it looks better too. I can't
it
front.
yeah, it definitely does. It looks less NASCAR-ish,
Yeah,
but
I was
like,
mad back then, but I started seeing it. Like I'm like, okay, all right.
but you were saying, I mean, it seems like the UFC, you have a little more, I don't want to say job security,
Mhm,
but especially if you do well, like
mhm.
there is opportunity to stick around. There's
Right,
opportunity to, I love how Dana is so open to having past fighters come back and be commentators and current
yeah,
fighters for
right,
that matter. You know what I
right,
mean?
right. So
So
yeah, it's a I honestly think Dan is the best CEO out there. So yeah.
yeah, I mean it's hard to argue because you can tell how much passion he has for the sport, for his company. He'd be doing it if he was making no money. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can
Yeah,
tell
cool.
because he could totally just be chilling. Like I'm like, why does this dude get up? But I'm glad he does. He got the energy, dude. Teddy Atlas, yeah, he's
Mm-hmm.
out there going. Dana should be running boxing because boxing
Right.
they don't have a Dana White.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dana White's doing what Don King did back in the day. Like Don King invented pay per view. He's got the reputation for stealing and all that stuff. People, I'm pretty sure he did. That's the thing. Promoters are slimy by nature. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Their job is to promise some shit that ain't even there. You know
Right.
what I'm
It's
saying?
like it's like politicians.
You're right.
You can't be like a perfect moral
Mm-mm.
person
No, can't.
and be successful in politics or be
Yeah,
successful in promotion because
right.
at a certain point somebody has to give. You know
And
what
you're
I mean?
gonna lie somewhere because yeah, you're just gonna end up lying about something because you're gonna get stuck in a conundrum between some things. So being a promoter, what he is, I mean, I do expect lies from him sometimes. Well, you definitely caught him in lies.
Okay.
Um, and but overall, is he growing the sport? Yes. So you know,
Yeah, and that used to trip me out too because I would hear one thing from fighters and I'd hear another thing from Dana,
hmm
and I would kind of like
and they lie
with
too.
oh yeah, of course they do. Everybody does. Oh, I want to fight Francis Ngannou. No, you don't.
No, you
You just say you want to fight Francis. You know what I mean? Like same way
don't.
everybody's like, oh, I'd fight Hamza, but he's way
hmm
down the line in the rank. Yeah, but he's also starching fools, and you know how crazy tough he is.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
So
like we'll see. Leon was the real one who was like, oh no, I'll
mhm,
fight him, and I'll fight him twice.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And now it's moved
Yeah.
on, but whatever. But I
hmm
mean, it does go to show because, like you said, other organizations like
Come and go.
Paige Van Zant, bare knuckle. She's like, I made 10 times more, and then she loses her fight. What's the very next thing she did the very next day?
She was all about to quit.
Well, well, bro, no. So
Right,
she
right, right.
so she starts posting like sexy pictures of herself because people
Did
have been
she?
wanting her to do like the OnlyFans or fans
Oh,
only,
did
whatever
she?
that. but she was like, starting on her own website, she was like, go here, I'm gonna give the fans what they asked for. So it's like dang, you do this like the day after you lose your fight, and now she's
Yo,
posting like
you
she
know
got a robe
what?
on and she snaps her fingers, she's in like some black
Yeah.
lingerie.
I gotta go to that page. I gotta follow that
I
page.
mean, well,
Yeah.
shout out to Paige Van Zandt.
It worked. I want to clown her. You know, you ever had to do this in business? Like, say you there was a gig you just didn't want to be on, and then the gig turned out to do well, and you still don't even like the person, but you're like, dang.
Yeah.
I've done that where I didn't take a thing. I was like, my principles, but I'll be like,
Right.
I wanted to do that.
Right. Damn, I should have.
So that was her. Like she had to switch lanes, but you know what? She did it in front of our face. You know what I mean? Just like ate that and just went ahead.
Hey man, and she's not out of bare knuckle. You know, she'll fight again, but
yeah. But then that money's gonna be lower too, because I mean, you know.
And how many bare knuckle fights do you want to do?
That's crazy.
And
how did she look after that?
She wasn't too bad. She had a black eye. She didn't really get too bloody. Mm-hmm. I didn't watch that, so you know. I mean,
I actually did. I was whatever. Yeah,
it was
not worth me talking about.
But
yeah, who else?
So man, we got Curtis Blaydes and Derek Lewis.
Yes. Oh, we going right to the top.
We have to start there, man.
My boy Derek Lewis. I was worried for him in that first round, boy. He was getting caught, and Curtis, dude, you were doing way better on the feet.
Way better, man. Like, so what was crazy? So I'll start this by saying this. I had heard Curtis talk and give promos before, but I didn't know that he had a stutter so bad.
He does?
Yeah.
I gotta catch it.
Yeah. Because he talks about it. They ran it in promos and stuff. And I was like, this is actually making me like Curtis Blaydes more than I do. I was like, it was kind of giving me that. But that's just a sidebar. But but then the fact that like, because you know, like that Volkov fight was just, it wasn't great. But you know, he's training at elevation. He has been for a little bit. Training with Gaethje. Everybody loves Gaethje. Everybody loves Trevor Whitman. So I was like, you know,
I didn't know that.
Curtis is growing on me a little bit. You know what I mean? I don't love just straight up wrestling style the whole time, which he can do. But he even said, you know, like I should have grounded and pounded, but you know, Volkov is just bigger than I expected. All that. So, you know, he was growing on me. But when I looked at the money lines, I was like, Derek Lewis is plus 330. I was like, man, if I was going to put one bet on one guy on this whole card, put your money on Derek Lewis. Put $100 down.
Right. You get 330.
You get 330 back plus your hundo.
I should have done that. Man.
Oh, because I was like, this dude could just end it. But then the first round starts, right? And I'm like, oh man, Curtis Blaydes staying on his feet, giving a lot of respect to Derek. I felt like, you know, he was trying to jab him and he was throwing those leg kicks. The leg kicks is what had me scared for Derek, because I was like, how many of these can he take? Because his legs started swelling up. I think it was like 4 or 5 that he took in that first round. And I was like, ooh, geez, I would not want Curtis Blaydes kicking my leg in that.
That's the point where if I did bet the $100, I'd be like, I got a problem. I got to stop. I just lost $100.
Right. You and Dana White calling Dana, hey, man, let me borrow $10.
You lost $1 million. I lost 100. We are the same.
Damn, exactly the same. Exactly the same. So, man, he started taking those leg kicks. He took a few shots, but you could tell, like, Derek didn't fully connect with, like, any huge shots in the first, you know, but he hit him in the body a few times and he grazed him a few times. And I feel like Curtis realized real quickly
that power.
This dude could put me out. You know what I
He
mean?
did catch him somewhere. Yeah, it was the body.
Yeah, I mean, he had a few, but I mean, I think it was the very end of the first round. I got to go back and watch it. See, I should watch the fights before we get back on. I need to watch them twice. But I know Derek caught him a few times, and I feel like at the end of the first, Derek caught him with something bigger. But I mean, that first round was heavy on Curtis Blaydes.
Right.
Like
Derek did good on the takedown defense.
he did.
Yeah,
He
I was
did.
happy for that.
He did. He kept it on the feet, which was crazy because I thought Curtis was going to come out immediately and just blast this dude.
If he'd have got that takedown then,
yeah. But then here's the thing. Obviously, Derek Lewis is not the best wrestler, not the best jiu-jitsu practitioner. He says he's the best blue belt in Texas. Here's what Derek Lewis is: a straight up beast of a man. And I feel like when Curtis got tangled with him those first few times, he felt how strong Derek was. You know what I mean? Even though Derek was saying after the fight, like, oh, I didn't feel like I had it going in the first round. Like I felt slow. I felt sluggish. I just couldn't get into it. I still feel like a Derek Lewis that's not into it is still like a major threat.
How would you feel if you're Curtis Blaydes here and there? He couldn't even get into it. He knocked me out.
Bro,
Shut up.
I feel so bad. I would feel so bad.
Why don't you tell everybody that you were feeling better than ever? Like, don't be telling everybody you wasn't feeling it and you knocked me out. Shut up.
I brought my A game.
Right.
This was the hardest fight of my career. That's what you want to hear.
Right.
But like there was glimmer, and Derek's always that type. He kind of lulls you because he saves all his energy. And he's not looking to jab you. He's not looking to leg kick you.
Nope.
He's looking to defend until he can throw a hammer through your forehead.
Yes, and that's what he did. Like, here's my theory, I think. And I realize that I'm a hypocrite again, because I say I don't like Ngannou because there's no skill, but Derek doesn't have no skill, and I love him.
Exactly.
I think that this is what they have in common. I think because we know that from Francis Ngannou's thing, what he did as a child, he was working in the sand mine.
Yeah.
I think Derek, I'm gonna take this guess. I think he was a mover growing up. He's one of, if you're a big dude, even when you're young, you work for a move company. He's doing a lot. He was doing that thing he did with the uppercut that he got down here.
Yes.
And lifted up.
Yes.
He was a mover. I would love to meet him.
Or he was like
furniture.
Yeah, I mean furniture. For your point, I obviously we don't know if Derek Lewis was an actual furniture mover, but the hardest job I ever had, and I had it for a day and a half, was a furniture mover. And bro, when I tell you we had to carry this 9-foot chest up this spiral staircase, and this thing was like 400 pounds, dude. And when we got to the top, the tape broke and a door opened. And it like came out and it put a tiny nick in the door. We had to carry that thing back down the stairs, put it back on the truck, take it back to the warehouse.
Oh, because it's brand new.
Go get another one, bring it off the truck, carry 400 pounds back up these stairs.
Same day.
Yes. I was like,
if this wasn't my job, it's like, oh, I'm gonna get that tomorrow.
Right.
Put that right
there. Exactly. No. So, I mean, listen, don't ever mess. If a dude says he's a mover, don't mess with that dude.
Remember we said this because I think it's going to come out. I'm going to ask Derek on Instagram.
You should.
I think he's a furniture mover. That's what I realized. When I saw him, that big old body, he squat down. He was down there.
He was.
He got down there fast.
Yeah.
Came up. did he hit him in the jaw or was just like?
Yeah, man, it was crazy because you got to watch the different angles of the replay. But yeah, he caught him because by the time when he caught him with the uppercut, you could see Curtis Blaydes' body just went like this, and he fell over sideways like Scarecrow or something.
Yeah, he was stiff. Oh.
Bro, he was out. And then when he was falling, Derek caught him with another one.
Right.
And then
two more.
Then he hit him with 2 more on the ground.
Oh, I missed one then.
Bro. I mean, what a bad day. It's one thing to get like hit a couple extra times by like Masvidal.
Yeah.
You know, if you're Ben Askren.
Right. Well, they already don't like each other. But if you think that y'all are fairly cool and maybe this is just competition, but then you watch that on tape, you don't like Derek Lewis for the rest of your life.
Oh no, ever. But
Derek, you're scared of him at the same time.
But Derek was so funny because he was like, man, I go until the ref says to stop.
Right. I don't know how to cut it off.
Because he could sit up like the Undertaker and eat all. And people had all the memes online with the Undertaker sitting up and looking at Brock Lesnar, and Lesnar's just smiling. But it's crazy. True, man. I mean, that's a big dude. You fight until the ref says stop.
His punches just look, every time he's like finishing people, that it just his fists look like hammers. It's like, oh, dude, man, what a gift. Like,
and what did they said? So this was so he tied Vitor Belfort for most knockouts in UFC history.
Right.
So that's 12. He had 11 coming in. He's got most heavyweight knockouts in UFC history. And I believe all 12 of them have come with his hands, which is I think the next person, I can't remember who it was, but next person down has like 10 knockouts with the hands or something. Yeah. So he's 2 above. Like, as far as hands go, I mean, who you can't even put Francis above Derek.
Right. Nope, you can't. That means they got to go again. The funny thing is with Blaydes, I was, like you said, you were starting to like him. I was starting to like that I didn't like him and that he was using it. You know what I mean? I like when they put he was starting to be like, hey, I'm a wrestle. You know that. And I'm not stupid. And I was like, that's kind of, I don't like that, but I like that he knows that I don't like that. You know what I'm saying?
But listen,
I like to see people market it. You know?
Listen, if you knew, hey, I could get $100,000 for this fight.
Yeah.
If I lose.
Of course I'd do it.
Or $200,000 for this fight if I win.
Yeah.
And I know I'm going to win if I'm going to wrestle.
Yeah. Right.
I'm going to be wrestling. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But it didn't work out for him that day.
No, and the second, and he didn't set up the shot. He just ran right in on him.
Yeah. So I wonder what made him lose, because he was doing so smart up to then. He was being smart. Like you said, it must have been something at the end of that round that made him think, I got to get him out of here. Because he caught Derek a few times, it felt like to me. Even when in the exchanges, I thought he might be able to get him out of there with the punches.
Yeah.
He can punch. I've seen him knock some people out.
Yeah. And Derek slipped at least once. Like, almost went to the mat.
You know what I mean? Wide apart, yeah. But well, he put it together.
Listen.
Remember I said it. He was a furniture mover. Early in life for the longest time.
Right.
Like his uncle and them used to make him work with him.
Or just a log carrier.
Yeah, something. Right. He was carrying something for work all day. Like, you don't get that from nothing.
No.
Like, you don't even get that from weightlifting. You get that from carrying like functional something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So him and Francis got to go again.
Like motorcycles.
Scary. Huh?
Like carrying motorcycles around.
Yeah, something awkward. Yeah, like you can't even how do you carry a motorcycle? Like it's all back heavy and everything. You got to be like,
right. It's like when you try to put your bike like in the back of somebody's truck or something. handlebars flopping this. It's like, oh man, I don't even know what to do. And Derek's just like, oh no, I got that. Wow.
Oh yeah, because that's what I used to do. Now I used to do. I was surprised you. Well, nobody has these kind of TVs no more. But like a 27-inch TV, I can throw it up on something like it ain't nothing. Because I used to do AV. I got the technique down. I'd be like, whoop, whoop,
right.
whoop. You'll be amazed.
And
I
not
still got that
one of the
skill.
flat screens. One of the.
Oh yeah, not a flat. This was back in the day. You know, this is with the big old back. I can do that. Easy.
Yeah.
To this day.
Hey man, I might have to hire you, bro.
If you need to move a TV or put it up on something, call me up.
Hit me up. Especially, I need to supplement this gambling habit.
Yeah. The 27-inch TV, nothing bigger than that though.
Right. I got too many movers to come back. Right. Oh man, but yeah, so then Derek wins, and then after the fight, you see he's like, man, I don't want another 5-round fight.
Yeah.
What is this? What are we gonna do? I guess, but dude, when is Derek Lewis?
Well, he's
not gonna be in a 5-round fight.
Right. Well, you can.
When's he not gonna headline a fight night?
Like, but, you know, that's just talk. He can't get out of it. He's a headliner. Maybe in his case, maybe you could get it to 3 rounds. He might be able to get that kind of juice, but it ain't gonna last 3 rounds anyway.
Right. Right. And if it does, like it's that Francis Derek fight from before that, you know, somebody's back is messed up.
Who wants to watch that? But they got to go again. Somebody's getting knocked out,
bro. Yes, somebody has to.
So here's my call. Francis is gonna beat Stipe, and then Derek. Oh yeah, we got John Jones. So then he's gonna get that. Dang. All right, then I'm gonna just go ahead and make up a whole alternate universe here. Francis is gonna beat Stipe. Then John Jones. No. Let's take it like this. I'm changing it. Francis is gonna lose to Stipe, and then John Jones is gonna fight Stipe, and Derek Lewis and Francis are gonna fight. That's a good prediction right there, right?
Yeah, I mean that's how I was when you started saying Francis is gonna beat Stipe. But here's my thing. If Stipe loses to Francis, does he retire?
I would.
But is Stipe going to?
Right. Like the rubber match. Does he want that?
I don't know. So let's say Stipe loses to Francis. Stipe retires. Then we got
John Jones.
We got John coming in, but then John's out here talking like, oh, well, I hope we can make these numbers work. So John's not even, of course, John is playing.
He's so annoying.
It's like, dude, can you just say like who you want to fight? We obviously know who he wants to fight. He wants to fight for the belt.
John, he sucks at promoting, bro.
He does. At every chance where you're like, oh, I'm going to love John Jones because he's going up to heavyweight and he's going to be active and he's going to do this and he's going to cement himself as the greatest. And then he's like, I don't even know if I want to do this. It's like, why have you been putting on all this weight, dude?
Yeah, he's such a lame. He's so amazing, but he's such a lame. Oh God.
Oh man. But I mean, like, and for me, I think I'd rather see John Stipe just because of the technicality of it. You know what I mean? Because I think John Francis John is going to try to wrestle him as quickly as possible.
Of course. And he can do it. He can figure it out.
But can he get inside? Because I mean, we saw Curtis thought he could get inside on Derek Lewis in one punch.
John Jones is way smarter than Curtis.
Yeah, but John gets caught though too.
Does he? Yeah, he does. You know what he does? Oh, all right. I like this. All right.
I don't know.
We have to see this.
You cannot get caught by Francis Ngannou. Let's just.
You can't.
be clear about that.
Mm-mm.
But so, I mean, regardless of all of that, Derek did say after the fight that he wanted to fight Overeem.
I know. I forgot about that. Leave him alone, Derek.
And Derek doesn't usually talk trash about people.
Yeah.
But he was lightweight talking trash. He's like, man,
Yeah.
this so-called legend.
I know, that's crazy. I was
called him.
Excuse me. He is a legend, Derek.
Yes, Derek. Come
And
on.
I like you, Derek, but I like Overeem too.
And Derek
And
was
I
like,
know you're gonna knock him out. Leave him alone.
Derek was like, I didn't even want to be in the UFC, and now I got all the records. And this so-called,
Right.
this so-called legend, he wants everything. I got it. Come
That's
get
good
it.
for the money. I'm just tired of watching Overeem get knocked out like that. That's my boy. I don't want to see him.
It's tough. I mean, if
I mean,
Jairzinho can knock you out, then Derek Lewis can definitely knock you out.
Mm-hmm.
And
Maybe Overeem is slick. He could get, and he's got a whopper on him too. He but I doubt it. I think it's gonna get.
yeah, I think Derek is just so underrated, man, and it's hard because it's like the
There's some
style that he
skill there.
fights. He fights slow,
Mhm.
but for him, that's
Mhm.
smart,
Yeah, he didn't even have to do his like little sprints that he does this time. I was
right?
thinking he was going to sprint in the last minute of round one. He
Mhm.
didn't do it, and he walked away all frustrated. I was like, Derek's losing. He looks bad.
Yeah,
He looks frustrated. I think he's going to get put up out of here in a second. And then I wasn't even looking when it happened. I was doing something else. I was like, what? like, grabbing a wing or something. I don't know.
right.
I
Yeah.
didn't see that coming.
Oh, dude, I had to rewind it too because I was like, what just happened?
Right.
It happened so fast, man.
Fast. Everything was different.
Woo. So I mean, I think Derek and Overeem, I think that'd be a good one next. I mean, Cyril Gahn is fighting Rosenstrike, so
cool.
Derek Rosenstrike would be cool, or Derek Cyril would be cool.
Yeah. That's cool. Let him. And now I feel confident that Derek can beat anybody except for Stipe for some reason.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, for some reason. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not 100% sold on him beating Francis though either.
Right. But I want to see it.
Yes, I want to see it for real.
I
this
wouldn't.
time.
Now that is definitely one where I will definitely be a Derek Lewis. Let's end Francis and Ngannou. rid of the. Let's get rid of the mystique. Knock him out. That's what I would want to see.
Yeah.
If they fought. Anybody else, I want Francis and Ngannou to win.
Listen, if Derek is gonna beat Francis, he's gonna have to knock him out.
Of course. Yep.
Yes. And vice versa. Which was why the first fight was so intriguing. We were like, this is gonna be the fight of the ages. Like,
yeah, nothing.
The worst fight I've ever
swung
seen.
A total of 3 times each in the whole fight. In 5 rounds.
Oh
they
man.
Just looked at each other.
It was so bad. It was so bad.
That was the worst
Derek,
fight. That was the worst fight in UFC history, in my opinion.
I think so. I mean, I was like, because at the time Francis had clipped people and but Francis still didn't have like he wasn't Francis where Francis is right now.
Right. And then when he lost to Stipe, he got all scary.
Well, yeah, because
I thought that was it. I thought he was about to be out of there. I thought he was like just going down.
He lost to Stipe, then he puts on this performance. I was like, how can you even bring this dude back?
Right.
Like what is this? Even though like no shame in losing to Stipe and how he lost. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just
but just the look of it, the way if you come out the next time and you are visibly shaken and then you actually say it.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, he's over.
And your opponent is hurt on top of it.
Right. And then he didn't. Then he went on a tear. So here we are.
Yeah, and that tear. I mean, he's a scary dude, man. So
anything can happen.
Heavyweight is heating up, bro.
I like it. Yeah, they got some good ones in there. Derek's my guy. Yeah, Derek's my guy. I like the rest of them all right, but I like Derek. He's funny. He's the star.
I would love to
his
see
skills are up.
I would love to see Derek and John, and Derek to just knock John's face into Arizona from New Mexico.
Now remember though too, DC put away Derek easy.
It's true.
Took him down, but nobody's doing what nobody could do. See, can John do what DC did? Is he that? I mean, he did it to DC, so
he did. Well, I mean,
I don't know.
I don't want to underestimate John Jones.
Right, ever.
Yeah. I mean, but this is our conundrum. This is our John Jones.
Yeah, he got to get in there and show us what it is.
Which John are we gonna get?
Right.
Are we gonna get like Thiago Santos John? Are we gonna get Dominic Reyes John? Or are we gonna get like a dominant John?
Yeah, that'd be good. I think that's what I want to see. I think we'll get dominant John. So.
Yeah. I mean, him and Stipe, that'd be a great one. I mean, I'm sure how Dana wants it to go is gonna be Stipe beats Francis, John fights Stipe, John beats Stipe, Francis fights John, Francis beats Stipe, or Francis beats John, I mean.
Right. Yep.
If I was Dana, that's what I would want. And then I'd want the rematch right away.
Right away.
So.
Wow. Either way, heavyweight's looking good. I like
it. Yeah, it is.
I want to get your opinion on this one. The Ketlin Vieira and the Kunitskaya.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yana.
Yeah. What do you think?
Man, I thought so. This was a weird one, but so like we had all these finishes on this card, and this one was not one.
Right.
But if you're not going to have a finish, it was still
really good fight.
A really, really good fight.
Right.
And man, first round, 100% Vieira, right?
100%. Yeah.
100,000%. Like she dominated Yana. Second was Yana.
100%.
100%. Like I don't see how a judge could score it either way. So for me, going into the third, it was definitely 2-2, like 19-19. You know what I mean? So then we get into the third, right? And so for me, of course, like Vieira controlled the majority of the round until like the last 30 seconds.
Right.
But she wasn't doing anything to create damage. You know what I mean? Like there was just and on the flip side of that, Yana was on her back throwing these, elbowing her, like hitting her just as much as she could and just scrambling for her life. And then by the end of it, those elbows at the end that opened her up. Yeah. She started putting it on her, man. I mean, for me, the judges got that one right. I'd like to see that.
Dang, I thought we were gonna have a debate, but I agree. But so I was watching my boy Jay, with my boy Jay, and I was like, I was pissed off at Yana in the beginning, all through the round, because I know what judges are looking for. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh, why did you get taken down again? Right. You were doing so good, so early, and why you got her on her back? And like, oh, dude, she's gonna. And I saw this stuff here, and it's true. And Jay was like, dude, she's winning. And I was like, I mean, the old girl's not doing anything, but I know what and then I was just like, it depends on what the judge can say. I was, as it ended, I'm like, yeah, if it's a fight, which it is, she won the fight. If we was all just watching it on a playground or something, we'd be like, yeah, she beat her. Especially when you're just looking at damage.
Yeah.
But judges and all that. And I was like, I think that clinched it. If it was just these, that wouldn't have made a big difference. She put it was almost like a knockdown what she did in the last 30 seconds. You know what I mean? Because that when she cut her open. She did some damage.
Yeah, it was heavy ground and pound, man. And when you got Vieira standing up a bloody mess and Yana standing up looking like a supermodel.
Right. The judges, they got it right. Yeah, I think they did. That was a good class in what the judging is about. Like, even just from a spectator, like looking at it, you get to, understand what's going on, like how the and not random, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's the word I'm getting? I guess nuanced it is in terms of,
totally. And more nuance. I feel like in this fight, especially, they took, or really just in the past couple cards, it seems like when the fight goes to the ground and when you got people grappling, or like one grappler like dominating positions but not really doing much damage, it feels like the judges are seeing the nuance of that a little bit more. Like, they aren't just weighing so heavily on the control time like they were before. Because, man, if this fight was a year ago, or 2 years ago, there's no way Yana would have won that fight. I can't think of another fight that I saw that somebody had that much ground control time and lost. You know, not without like being put out, or but like,
you're right. I agree, and it was good work. Like, especially that second round, Yana, like, I think Vieira tried to take her down, and then Yana ended up on top, and then she was putting serious beats on her there. And then the third round was a good, good scrambling and all that. And like, but I think Caitlin, you're right, was kind of trying to, like, just kind of squeak it out. Like, I got this. I got her back again. We good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Yana was like, I was thinking, get her off your back though, because they're not gonna like that.
Right.
And she kept going with it. She let it happen, and she was putting damage on her. But I thought that was a stupid choice. But I was wrong.
Yeah, and you see how quick, like, she reversed the position from her back, and then started landing all those shots from the guard. Like, that was super good, man. Yana was so impressive in that. I mean, because the ground and pound was super impressive, but really that second round where she took the control time from Vieira, like, dominated that whole round with control time, like, not on the feet. We aren't talking about, like, we're talking on the ground.
So she's at 135, right? That's what that weight was.
Yeah.
She's a step closer to getting that beat down from Amanda Nunes. Congrats.
Right. Because, man, it's so hard, dude. Like, we got Amanda and Megan, Megan Anderson. Megan? I think she likes to go by Megan. But Anderson, we got Nunes and Anderson coming up, right?
Yeah.
Anderson is really the only one right now in 135. Because even when I look at 135, I'm like, who? Like, 1 through 5, like, you recognize them, and then kind of like 5 through 10 is who is this? Like, there's nobody who's really making a case to that they can do anything for Amanda.
If Ronda Rousey came back, could she beat anybody in 135?
Anybody?
Those two right there. Could she beat them? If they was on the ground, she'd beat them.
Who? With Caitlin and
that
and
fight
Yana?
there. That she out wrestles, she out tumbles or scrambles or whatever you want to call that, grapples all of them still, I think.
I mean, like, you're saying come back now or come back when
now.
she would? Ooh, I don't know about now,
bro. Why? Just her motivation? I'm just talking about her skills.
Well, and people had talked about how all those years of the judo throws, like, how, because grappling is a lot of it's in your hips and all that, and like how her hips and knees, like, she couldn't generate the power that she needed to anymore. That's what I had heard.
She couldn't get to them necessarily,
right?
But they were letting her do it. Yeah. So maybe not. Yeah. So people kept playing her, trying to like grapple with her, and then they'd be like, "Ooh, she could really go."
Oh yeah. No, Ronda Rousey's. I mean, like,
I think she's the best grappler ever still.
In women's?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Uh-huh.
Man, I don't know. I don't know, man. There's a lot, but I mean,
Yeah.
she was tough though. Like Ronda, no matter like where she is on the list, she wouldn't be an easy night out for
Right.
anybody.
Well, she's either easy or not.
Right. Well, to Holly,
Yeah.
we kicked her face off, so that might have been easy enough. Who
Yeah,
knows?
she kept chasing her, and then Amanda dusted her off. But the rest of them
Yeah.
didn't beat her. Okay,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
I
saying?
mean,
If they
yeah.
grapple with her, they got a problem. If they
Yeah.
can, and then these other girls, they can't punch like that. They can't punch. They're not. They don't got the footwork of Holly, and they don't got the. uh I think Valentina could beat her,
Oh
but
yeah.
they don't got
Valentina's beaten everybody not named Amanda Nunes.
right, right.
And we're gonna need that fight again
And I think she can get.
eventually.
I think she can get her too.
Like that would be a perfect send-off fight for Amanda, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Like
On a stretcher.
you think Valentina could get her?
Yep.
In the 3P?
I'm not ever betting against her. I think she won the second one. She's
It was
pound
close.
for pound best woman.
I
And that's
mean,
because Amanda's way heavier than her.
yeah, Amanda
So,
is definitely
if
bigger.
you got a decision, you got 2 decisions out of her, and you beat her down the third round of the first time y'all fought. And then she was scared of you the next time and did a bunch of, I look, Valentina, if you're 125 and you did that to somebody who is also the champ at 145, you're the pound for pound.
But Amanda, man, she's dominated. I mean, like you look at the list, she's beat what, every single former champion in 135 and 145?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
From Rousey to Cyborg, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
At all of them. And
that's because Valentina, they was too scared. They didn't even want none of her.
Yeah.
Yo, you see what she did to Holly Holm? Counter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah. No,
that's my
it's
girl.
I thought Holly was gonna do better in that fight.
Holly did knock her down first round.
Yeah. But still.
Mm-hmm.
And then we know how the rest of it went.
I didn't even know who she was then. I was like, what is going on? Why is this girl beating? After that, now I know.
Yeah.
She's a beast.
Yeah. No. Valentina, I mean, who's she gonna fight next? She
Who cares?
Yeah. She doesn't even have a fight coming up, does she?
Herself.
Right.
Yeah. She should be doing movies or something. She got time. She could do whatever she wants.
I know, right?
There's a gap between her and anybody.
She does every single day on her social media. She's at some other place in the United States.
Yeah, I love it.
She's like,
I love it.
She's like, I'm in Florida on the beach. I'm in the Grand Canyon.
Baton Rouge. It's so lovely here.
Right. She's like, I'm in Galveston.
Yeah.
I'm in Seattle.
Yeah,
it's like
she's seeing America. Like I'm like, I ain't never been there.
Right.
Yeah, I like it. I like Valentina. She's the best.
Yeah. But man, we'll see. I hope we can, because I mean, we know with Nunes, it frustrates me that they don't include Amanda in these GOAT talks or in like the pound for pound talks, because it's hard. Like, but dude, if Nunes was a man and she beat every single former world champion, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, the guy that does that is the GOAT. She is the GOAT for women, yeah, for sure.
Has to be.
Yeah,
but like,
if she could beat a man, then she'd be the GOAT.
Oh, and she's not beating a professional man who weighs the same as her.
No,
but like, please, in training,
her record,
they say she knocks
dominance is more than any man, for sure.
She knocks dudes out in training, they say.
Yeah.
So
her dominance, and her record is better than any man.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. I wish I could get more excited about the girls. 115. heating up, 125 heating up, and then the Anderson Nunes fight. This is like, I don't want to jump the gun, but Megan is definitely a big girl, a long, rangy girl.
Yeah.
And she's got serious skills, man. So I mean, I don't think it's gonna be the same.
KO in the first.
Probably, I don't know. I want it to be like an actual fight, but who knows?
Look, there's nobody in women's MMA but Amanda and Valentina. Oops, and JJ. Now you wait 115. Now you got
Wait, you got Wei
parity.
Lee and you got Rose and
That's
and you got Andrade now too.
Andrade, yep. Down there, yes. When you're talking 125, 135, 145, it's just two people.
Yeah,
that's it.
It really is. It really is. But
and JJ tried to get up there, but Valentina, little sister there. So it's just a weight thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, Wei Lee might be able to get up there though. We'll see.
Yeah.
Rose might be able if she wasn't a weirdo.
Right.
She got the skills.
She got the skills, man.
Hey,
I don't know.
I'm not a fan. Anyway, let's go to.
You're not a fan of her.
Nope.
So who else did we have? We had
Minner.
Yeah. Minner and Rosa. I mean, that was
good grappling.
Yeah. It was good. I mean, like
a lot of scramble.
Yeah, a lot of scrambles, a lot of grappling.
It was cool.
I mean, it was all right. It was it was good. It was a good fight. It's so hard because like the good fights were just so overshadowed by how many knockouts, how many submissions we had. And it was like two subs, and like the rest were knockouts. So I'm just like, yeah, these fights that kind of went the distance, they're good. Like Minner looked real good, and Rosa looked tough. You know what I mean?
That was good.
Yeah, but
all right.
I mean,
so, good job, guys.
right. I mean, it just wasn't something that I'm like falling over 2 days later. But man, like that Alexei Oleinik, Chris Dawkins, did you watch that?
Yeah. Bro. I was trying to figure out where I had seen Alexei Oleinik. I thought his name was something else.
Really?
I know who he is, but for some reason, I don't know. That's not the name I had in my head for him as I was watching it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah. But that was it. Chris Dawkins? Is that how you said? Dawkins?
I was saying Dawkins.
Okay, let's go with that.
But dude, Dawkins, come to find out, is a freaking Philly police officer.
Woo. Yeah, boy.
Don't want to get arrested by that dude.
Yeah, well, actually you do, because a guy like that can actually hold you, and he's not all shook about it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, I'm saying like
that's the little guys you got to worry about.
Right, yeah, because they'll just shoot you.
Right.
He's like, I can handle.
Yeah, a big guy like that, like he ain't got no problem holding nobody down, or he ain't worried about it. He's not all shook. It's easy. Well, yeah. He's confident in his ability. You know what I'm saying?
Totally.
People not confident in their ability.
But if you're like in a fight with the cops, you don't want to be in a fight.
You will lose. Yeah.
Yes.
And if you got to call the cops, that's who you want to show up.
Right. Exactly. Like I want him on my side for sure.
Yeah.
But dude, like of course, Alexei, he has to get it to the ground. Like he's got crazy submissions, but his stand-up is just it wasn't there. And Dawkins, I mean,
fast hands.
Really fast hands for such a big guy too. He's got that DC body type, a little taller,
He's what weight is that? That's
he's
heavyweight, right?
Yeah.
Sure. Put him on the list. Yeah.
Right. But him, and then the other heavyweight fight that was super good was Arlovsky versus Aspinall. Did you watch that one?
Arlovsky. Yeah. Wait, what was that not on the main card? Oh yeah, it
Uh,
was. Yeah.
yeah, that was the
That's
first fight of the main card, right?
is that who I'm thinking at the fast hands in? Wait, did he say? Oh no, he submitted. He submitted Arlovsky, right? Took him down
He
and did the
he
yeah,
did in the
yeah,
second round, like
right.
early. But
But he
dude,
looked good too. Yeah. I
woo,
did watch that one. Yeah.
that dude Aspinall, because I remember Aspinall from beating up the other dude who fought on the card, Sergey, with the
Mhm.
bear tattoo. The
Yeah.
other heavyweight dude, what's his name? He's Sergey Spivak. That's what his name is.
Mm.
But Spivak, tough dude, and
Mhm.
Aspinall ran right through
Did he?
him.
I don't
Yeah,
remember that one. Yeah.
yeah. It was last year, I believe.
Well, there you go.
But what's
Tom
crazy?
Aspinall.
So Aspinall is English, and
Mhm.
like,
Oh
and
yeah, with Darren Till trains with him.
yeah,
I remember. I remember the story
trains
of
with
it. Yeah.
Till, but like Arlovsky was his guy growing up. So
Hmm.
like he kind of
That was the one that was he was getting on my nerves with the interview afterwards. They were like, so he was like, it was just another guy out there, and then but then he was as he was describing it, I'm like, dude, you just described fighting your idol.
right, right, just another guy that I idolize.
Right. Yeah.
But I get it. Like, you would have to,
Treat it that way. Yeah.
yeah, you would have to, like how Usman said when he was fighting Gilbert, like
Mm-hmm.
I don't see faces when I'm in there.
Mm-hmm.
I just see somebody that I have to defeat. Like I see
Right.
an enemy when I'm in the cage, and so
Right. But then he
and
was like, he did some stuff that I hadn't seen before. And I'm like, well, then there you go. Just give the man his credit.
right, exactly.
Um,
Exactly. But, I mean,
but
Arlovsky, I remember Brendan Schaub talking last week because I guess he used to train with Arlovsky and he was like, man, this is not a good fight for Arlovsky because you got
mm,
this young lion
mm,
coming up who is just snatching people's
mm.
heads off. You know what I mean?
He
Like,
caught him hard in that first. I thought it was
woo.
but then dude got through it. So then he was like, let me get this blast double real quick
Yeah.
and put that choke on him.
Which was crazy too, because it happened so fast and like
Yeah. I missed that one too.
dude. Oh, did
I
you?
was
You
I
need to
was like
pay more attention.
I was like, carrying a tray or something, you know what
Oh,
I mean?
right.
Going from the
Yeah.
kitchen to the, yeah. But yeah, I was like, wait, what? Like, what happened?
Dude, that sound when they hit the mat, like
uh,
I was watching in my basement down here and I got a subwoofer down here. When they hit the
mm,
ring, dude, it was like my whole house shook.
right.
Like those dudes are so big and he took him
Mm-hmm.
down so hard and you could tell like he got under his chin so fast, man.
Fast.
That dude Aspinall,
Arlovsky was like, oh,
he was like, "Damn it!" But what's he gonna do? He's like, I like,
yeah, he had it.
you got me. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
So for the
Is
heavyweights, man,
that's it for Arlovsky though, huh? Or is that are we talking retire, or do they just kind of he just middles around like that?
I don't know, man. It's
He
crazy.
can.
When
He
did he
can if he
start
wants
fighting?
to.
Arlovsky started
He's
fighting
been there
when?
for
In 2000,
yeah, he's
I
been out
think.
there. Yeah.
And like Aspinall started fighting in 2020,
Mm-hmm.
20 years in between them.
Did Arlovsky ever win the belt?
Yeah, he was
There you go.
heavyweight
Good for
champ.
you. Yeah,
Yeah,
there you go.
beat a former champ, man.
Yeah,
But
good for
yeah,
you,
I mean,
Aspinall. Yeah,
shoot.
I would say he's on my list. I think the Chris Dawkins guy sort of is, but Aspinall, it was good. That was
Well,
good.
that's what they were saying afterwards when they were interviewing Dawkins, Laura Sanko, who also she looked amazing. Shout out to Laura Sanko,
Which one is that?
the blonde girl who's
Interviewing?
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Shout out to her. Not
Yeah,
saying anything else.
yeah. Shout out.
but yeah, she was like, she was basically saying that like Tom was looking at the winner of
Oh,
Olenek versus Dawkins.
I like that. Let's go.
So
Yeah,
man,
one of them was that the one where who was it? Mike Bisping was kind of trying to get him to, hey, come on, this is your chance. Dude was like, well, I'm gonna wait till after. He's like, dog, what are you talking about?
no,
Who
no,
you know what I'm
uh-uh.
saying? After. What you gonna say it
After.
on Twitter? No one
Right,
follows you, dude. You know what I'm
right,
saying? You gotta say
right,
it. You got the
right.
mic. Talk.
Gonna go to Clubhouse. Come on.
Yeah. Oh, Clubhouse. Oh, God. Don't talk
Uh,
about Clubhouse.
go to Five Guys and just announce it over
Ooh,
some
I'm
fries.
hungry right now, too. Almost
Ooh, see?
Ooh.
Five Guys.
Yeah.
I could do some Chipotle right now.
Ooh, yeah, that burrito bowl.
Ooh. Yeah, those carnitas. Oh, man.
Yeah.
But
Dang. All right.
yeah, it was a great night for heavyweights, man. I mean,
Yeah, I was happy to see that's good. Let it heat up. Let it heat up.
yeah. And then
You
we
know, we
got,
talking about the 2 or 3. It could be any of these guys.
it really could. It really could. And seeing how athletic some of these heavyweights are getting is because, you know, that dude, Tom Aspinall, he's a problem, man. He's
Yeah.
so athletic. He's so fast. His
When I was
hands
talking
are,
about when I said the fast hands and I said about Dawkins, I was actually talking about
yeah.
Aspinall.
Well, it's both of
My
them,
bad.
really.
Yeah.
That dude Dawkins has some crazy hands too. So,
Okay. Well,
you know.
thank you for the save.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like it is funny because they do match up really well. You know, it's like that needs to be the next one.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that we put it in perspective, talking about it, I can remember them both, and that'll be a good matchup.
Yeah.
Who would you call on that?
I think
Aspinall.
I think Aspinall is just too skilled, man. I think he's got too much jujitsu time. Like I haven't really seen Dawkins fight before.
Okay.
This was my first time, so or if I have, I didn't remember him. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
I'm just going off of a feeling on that one. I don't really know. So
yeah.
I would say Aspinall.
Aspinall seems like he's just more high level, but Dawkins seems like he has that Derek Lewis thing. Like you can get it. Any of these dudes can get it. And like it's just that mentality of like I can knock anybody out in the world, you know, and just seeing that confidence. But Aspinall is like, I got confidence all over. Right. You know what I mean? It just seems like Aspinall's confidence is big on the ground. It's big in the wrestling. It's big in the cardio. Like I don't know how Dawkins' cardio is, you know. So
well, after the first round when he saw Olin, wait, no, excuse me, that was Olafsky. My bad. Never mind.
Well, no, it was because Dawkins knocked Olenek out in the first round.
In the first, yeah. That's what I was saying. I was gonna say about the cardio, but it was Aspinall that was kind of after Arlovsky got through the first. You know, it was done with the hands.
Yeah,
so that might have said something about the.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Because Arlovsky did catch him a few times, and Tom mentioned it too. He's like, yeah, I felt his power, and I think his corner was just like, man, stop playing with this dude. It's time to get him on out of here. Because it's, you know, there is no point to just stand there and bang with dudes if you know you can just finish it, get it done with, man.
Yeah. So. What you think about the guy Phil Hawes? I thought that was gonna be something different.
Bro, Phil in the first round, man.
Ooh, that's true.
He looked so good. I love his footwork, man. Like those short steps and how fast and twitchy he is. I was like,
funny. Like in the front, he's ripped. His back, he's not as ripped. That's all. He's ripped, but he's not. It was like, who is that guy? It's not the same guy that was that way. You know what I mean?
Right.
I didn't expect that.
Right.
It was like all smooth.
It's like bodybuilders with like huge upper bodies and no legs.
No legs, right? But it was like, oh, like I'm talking just.
Yeah.
In the back, it was like, oh.
Yeah.
Hey. I don't know how that works.
I mean, I wasn't paying attention to his back, but I'll have to go back and
hey, check it out. Yeah,
get a back breakdown for the next one. But man,
I was tripping up because he was just so in the front, like intimidating, and in the back, I was like, whoa.
But yeah, so like this one kind of reminded me of the Yana Vieira fight a little bit because like Phil at first dominated that first round.
Right.
Like he looked twice as fast. You know, he was throwing big leg kicks. And then he ended up getting the takedown late in the round
Mhm.
and just cemented the round for me. And Imavov, he just looked like he was going to be outclassed. And then second round comes around,
Right.
and Imavov smacks the piss out of this dude.
It was late, right? Like it was really just
No,
Phil was the front runner, basically.
Phil got caught pretty early in that round, and then that round started being a little closer to me. But then once Phil got caught a few times in the beginning of the second, that's when he went back to the wrestling, and that's where I feel like Phil won the second round too, as well. If you're just talking like wrestling and control time, but judging off the first round, I was like, this dude Imavov is going to get put out.
Right.
Second round, I was like, well, this is a whole lot closer of a fight now. Like, yeah,
Third
Phil's
round.
up. Third round.
Yeah.
I do not know. So, like, this to me, the only disappointing part in this fight was that Imavov just let off the gas. I'm like, dude, it's the third round.
Yeah.
It's the third round. You've had this dude wobbled twice on it. Like,
You thought he finished him?
I mean, he was.
Yeah, he was on rubber legs. Yeah, for sure.
Bro, I mean,
I
like,
he just couldn't get to him.
it was like he wobbled him, and Phil was backing up against the cage, and then Imavov just like pushed pressure up against the cage, and it's easier said than done because I mean, obviously, you've been wrestling that whole time against Phil Hawes, who is just crazy athletic and super strong. I mean, easier said than done. But at a certain point, you got to empty the gas tank. I'm like, one more shot. I feel like.
That's interesting. I thought he did. I thought he, took it all the way to the end. Like, just couldn't. You got to give credit to Phil for being able to finish because he almost got finished.
I think Phil got real lucky in this fight. I think he got real lucky, and I think he realized like I can hit some of these dudes with big shot, and they aren't gonna go anywhere.
That's a good lesson for both of them. That was good, like ring time. Yeah. Same with the Miner or whatever you call it, and Rosa.
And Rosa. Yeah.
Too.
Yeah, that was.
And for Yanitska, whatever. Yanitskaya, whatever. That was good workout for all of them.
Yeah. I mean, just overall, man, like good night of fights. I mean, even on the undercard, you didn't watch it, but I mean, like we started out Spivak versus Vandera. And Emmers, that fight got called off. But that one went into the second round, TKO. So
anybody out of that undercard, you're like, is it a star or something?
Yes. So I will say this. Well, so before stars, like Eddie Wineland.
Oh yeah.
I wanted him.
I saw that.
Another disappointing one for me because I was like
Eddie Wineland too.
I do too, man. And he's such a tough dude.
I'll watch him all the time.
Anytime, because he's entertaining and like he's got crazy power, especially for his division. Right. But
yeah, what happened?
It just seems like he's got that Cody Garbrandt thing where like he's just you just know he's gonna get clipped and like because man, Castaneda, I forget how you say his name, like he was getting worked. Like there was no.
Is that? I just saw the knockout.
Yeah, I mean, like that fight was as one-sided as could be. Like Castaneda, he was not throwing. Like Eddie was putting it on him, and then Castaneda clipped him once, and as soon as he saw Eddie get clipped, that was the most impressive thing to me. Like everything he landed off of that was just bam, 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 like everything's so accurate. And Eddie just out, man. Like that was really bad.
Eddie had a different hairstyle, I saw.
Right, which is most important.
Yes,
hairstyles make fights. But
did he have the curl mustache?
Yeah, of course he had
My guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
My guy.
Oh man, why can't I can't think of it. Never mind.
The
Old
barbershop
school.
joint.
Yeah, the old school like the Doc Holiday. That's what I call it.
Yeah.
That's what it is. But man, so the one, well, Ayman Zahabi, so Faraz Zahabi, he
Is that his son or something? Or what's going
no,
on there?
that's Faraz's brother.
For us, it's not that old. My bad.
Right. But whatever. But yeah, so he came back with a win. That was good.
Yeah, I saw
But
a highlight of that.
but man, so like you remember Shayna Dobson, right?
I know that name. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. She got black girl, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she got
So
dusted off by
she
somebody.
won her last
Wait,
fight.
right.
But man, then she was fighting this girl, Casey O'Neill.
Yeah.
And,
Shayna, is Shayna the girl in her last fight? Did she fight that crazy looking girl? Like in her last fight that she won, like where she was the girl was like going in on her, and then she slowed it down, and then was that her, or do you remember?
I can't remember. I gotta look it
whatever.
up.
My bad. I messed up your story. Go ahead.
Yeah, but anyway, man, I was like, I was riding high on Shayna Dobson, man. I was like, this girl, she looked good in her last fight. I can't remember who it was. We got to do a little more research.
Let me see.
But
go ahead.
Man, that girl Casey O'Neill. So apparently, she's Scottish by birth, but then like trains. I think they said in Thailand and in Australia or something. Because like Shayna, she trains at Elevation with Curtis and Gaethje and all them and Trevor.
Yeah.
But that girl Casey O'Neill, she looked amazing, dude.
That was Shayna Dobson that did that in the last. Yo, that fight, Agapova.
Oh yeah, that's her name.
And Shayna Dobson, and that girl came out. That was a great fight. I was at a house party, and there was this girl sitting next to me, and I was like, "Look, I gotta watch these fights." So I had it on the ESPN Plus on my phone, and this girl was like, "What is this? They fighting?" And then by the end of that, as soon as that fight started, she was in. Look at this. This is crazy. She was, and the whole table, everybody came around, was watching it. That was a good fight. Yeah. So yeah, you're right. I would have been high on Shayna Dobson. I didn't even. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and I was like, Shayna, like
TKO'd.
Bro, yeah. So it in second round too, and man, it just really, it didn't look like it was much of a fight throughout the whole thing. So like, well, they both started strong. Like Dobson came out strong, but then Casey was just like, nah, I'm gonna push this grappling and this wrestling. And she just dominated that whole first round. Like she was just faster, more athletic, just seemed more aggressive. And then so when was it? Was it the second round? Dobson like caught Casey with like head kick, but then Casey just went right back to her grappling. And then Casey just put it on her, man. Just started taking her down, and it was like 4 or 6 takedowns, and then got that second round TKO, man. I mean, for me, talking about girls, like a new girl in the 125 division.
Casey. Okay.
This girl she's a girl to watch, man. And everybody says, like, at least from interviews or not interviews, but like whatever, like pre-fight stuff, or like people on Twitter, I saw some people tweeting, they're like, man, this girl goes harder than any one of us in the gym. Like this girl.
It's 125?
125.
All right, going up there and get that beat down from Valentina.
Casey King O'Neill. Right. Congrats. You win the lottery.
Come on in.
Welcome to the smokehouse.
Right.
You get this smoke show.
Yeah, it'll be fun for you all the way up. That'll be good.
Yeah.
Good for you. Go ahead.
So for me, it was her. I mean, Ayman Zahabi, he looked good. That Nate the Train Landwehr, He's another crazy guy. He's like
Yeah.
kind of like the new Clay Guida type,
Well, okay.
if
I remember
ish.
that name.
But yeah, he fought that dude Julian Erosa, who caught him with the knee, with the
I didn't
flying
see it.
knee.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, it was good.
Oh, so he
Erosa,
got put out like
yeah, and then Nate was saying like, "Oh no, it was an early stoppage and stuff," but no, Erosa came.
I did see that. I saw a
Yeah,
clip of that.
yeah,
Just the knockout. Yeah.
yeah. But Erosa looked good, man. Erosa looked like he had the Sandhagen thing going for him.
Mm.
So and then like threw that knee too because he's long because they're fighting at 145. So yeah, I'm loving that dude Arosa too. You
Okay.
know, he's looking real good. Who else? We had that Jared Flash Gordon. He missed weight. He was fighting Danny Chavez.
Oh, I saw them talking to each other. It was one of them was like, "You missed weight." All that, yeah.
Right, yeah. And I
Yeah.
mean, it was a good
Did he?
fight. Like there was no bad fights on this whole card.
Mm.
So
Yeah, I should have tuned in earlier on this one. I didn't see all that stuff.
yeah. No, I mean,
But yeah, I'll catch it. But it looks like a good night. That was a good night.
oh, it was a great night, especially from like
My boy
some
Derek.
some of these past cards that were like so many decisions. It's like, man, come on, let's get it going at least. So just like we've had a lot of technical fights, and it seemed like this was the card that we got a lot of brawls in. Not just brawls, but like
finishes.
yeah, finishes, technical brawls. It was just a fun night. But man, there was so many. I was actually happy when I saw a few fights get canceled. I was really disappointed. I love Luis Pena. You know him, Violent Bob Ross.
I know the name. Oh yeah. Yo, he didn't get to fight. Yeah.
No,
He was gonna be on the main card too, wasn't he? He's a main card guy.
No,
yeah.
he was
Or ahead of the undercard. Yeah.
he was on the undercard. I gotta look where he was, but yeah, his fight had gotten canceled. But dude, like before these fights got canceled, there was like 14 fights on the card. I was like, damn, this is a long card. Like I'm gonna be in here all night long watching fights. So when it ended up being 11 or 10 or however many it was, I was like, thank you.
This. So let's do a quick of the next week or next. Is it next week?
Yeah, well, it's Saturday, man. So
what
what we got?
Angela Hill is fighting.
Oh, is she fighting this week?
Somebody named Ashley Yoder. She was trying to fight this other girl. What's her name? She's one of the top girls. But that girl didn't want to fight her. And then she was talking like, "Oh, I beat you already." But I'm thinking anybody in that 135 and all that, like for the women, like anybody should fight anybody. I'm like, I get what Chael's son is saying. It's like, oh, that ranking. If you're in the top 10, it's barely 10. So just fight. Just fight. You know what I mean?
It's true. And for me, Chael takes it a little farther because he's like, oh, everybody's fake tough guys, and Sandhagen is doing himself a disservice by not calling people out. But it's like, dude, if you're Corey Sandhagen, you already know what fight you want. Like you got beat by Aljo and you want to fight for the title. You knocked out Marlon Moraes, just put on a freaking clinic against Frankie Edgar. You know what I'm saying? Like what is for him to say? Like you're gonna fight people just cause? Like what else is there for Francis Ngannou to do except for just to sit and wait for the belt? Like he fought Rosenstrike and mopped the floor with him. What are you gonna do? Like beat him somebody else just for money? So like I feel like Chael might take it a little far sometimes, but I get what he's saying because like this shouldn't just be for money. Yeah, it shouldn't just be for money. It should be for love of competition. But easier said than done when your competition is getting your body broken.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, it's just a matter of like, it's better for the whole thing when all of them keep it moving like that. So I get what you're saying. I can understand because it cracks me up when I see like a guy like who's the guy this week? Dang, our boy. Whatever his name is. He's like, I feel like I'm talking to a bunch of businessmen. It's like, dog, when you get where they are, you can do the same thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I forget the guy's name, but I like him too.
But I mean, like in Chael's defense, like it is frustrating at 170. You know what I mean? Because like
Chael did it.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's
What he's getting at too is, dude, if you get into this thing where people are saying your name and people want to see you fight, you only got a certain amount of time in your life that you're going to be able to, you might as well get as many fights and as many checks as you can.
yeah.
Trying to be strategic, the way this stuff moves around, you can mess yourself up. You know
You
what I mean?
can't.
Yeah. So,
But
but
then
at the same time, yeah.
yeah, I mean, but you can mess yourself up by losing fights too, you
Yep.
know?
Mm-hmm. But if you get in a space like Cowboy and where Chael was, where it's like people just want to see you fight, they don't really care if you're the champ.
Right. Yeah.
That's probably better than trying to just be the champ.
Or a Mike Perry. Like, I don't care
Yeah,
if Mike
yeah,
Perry's fighting for a title. I just want to
right,
see him fight.
right,
Like
yeah.
Wonder Boy, I don't care if he fights for a title. Like I would like
Mhm,
to see it because I'm a fan of
mhm,
his. But like I just want to see Wonder Boy fight because he's so crazy
mhm.
good, you know?
Angela Hill's kind of there, even though
Yeah.
she's on the back end, sort of. She's gotten. We like her now. I didn't really like her before, but I like her now because I feel bad for her when she don't win
Me
because I
too.
know she's getting better and she's I don't know, I like her. I just like her.
Her losses, Angela's losses
Always
are
close.
just disheartening because they are so close.
Mm-hmm.
And but like I feel like Angela is kind of in that Jorge Masvidal, like
Yeah, yeah.
like a few years ago,
And
same
she puts
space. Like
and boy, she will hit you one good time.
yes,
She will put it on the person she's fighting
yeah.
every time. So
So
yeah.
I mean there is nuance to it. It
Mm-hmm.
does go both ways. I'm
Yes.
frustrated at 170. I want to see Colby and Jorge fight.
Kobe.
Kobe,
Kobe.
Kobe. Hey Kobe. But like it's true. 170 is kind of being held up by
Mm-hmm.
that thing of like, no, we want to get paid. We want the
Mm-hmm.
biggest fights. We want the title. Like this is what we want. So I mean, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I get
You
it,
got
Jeff.
you got Rosenstruik and Silgan. That's the
Okay, yeah.
headliner.
So yeah.
Nikita Krylov. That sounds like
Uh-huh.
something. What's that? Khrushchev. That was his name back in the day. The old dictator. Like, was he a dictator? Yeah, something like that.
Who's that?
But Nikita Khrushchev, the Russian guy back in the day. Maybe a little
Oh,
younger
okay.
than that.
Yeah,
But
I don't know.
I just remember hearing the name. He was like one of the prime ministers of Russia, I think. Magomed Ong, whatever. So there's a Russian
And
and a Southern Russian.
Anka
I'm
Anka
always going with the Magomeds.
I don't know. They both got Krylov. That just sounds like stuff you spray on a tank.
Right. There's the Russians though, and then there's the ones down there, the Caucasian Russians, the ones from the Caucasus, the Khabibs and all them.
Right, right.
And they got that name,
Yeah,
they're a problem.
yeah. The caveman.
Yes, yes. Yeah, like they're different than the other Russians.
Yeah,
That's yeah. So
yeah. Like Rogan says, there's white people and then there's Russian white people.
right,
Like
right.
there's different.
Yeah,
They're just a different type of white people.
yeah, yeah.
Like
This,
they aren't your average.
mm-mm. Yeah,
No.
these yeah, the anybody named Magomed,
Yeah.
you win. Much. I'm going with you. I don't even know what you do, bro.
It's true. I don't know. Krylov, he is tough though. And
I could be wrong. I could, yeah, but
yeah.
I can't remember them, so I'm going off of that.
Yeah. And then we got Montana De La Rosa and Bueno Silva. I see it. I have seen Bueno Silva's
Brazilian, and I don't know what the other one is. I'm going Brazilian.
Yeah. De La Rosa, I mean, she's
could be Mexican.
Yeah. Is De La Rosa?
Where's she coming out of?
Or is she Brazilian too? I can't remember.
Could be.
I don't remember. Whatever. Be. I remember. Yeah. I've seen her fight a few times.
Silva is definitely Brazilian. Okay.
Yeah, totally. So I mean, that seems cool.
6. She's got more fights, Montana De La Rosa.
Yeah, but she's also younger. She's 26. Silva's 29. So.
Oh, I'm going with Montana De La Rosa.
Yeah, I don't know. Mm-hmm. Me too. Why not? But then we got Pedro Munoz and Jimmy Rivera. So
I remember Jeremy Rivera. I remember both of them, but wait, Munoz. Let me see.
both of them are beasts.
Yeah, I know those names.
Both of them are beasts. I mean that's going to be a good fight. That could be fight of the night for me. Munoz is super tough. Then you got Hill and Yoder. Oh, and Alex Caceres, he's back.
Yep.
So that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Fighting Kevin Kroom.
I know that name, but I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. Oh, and then on the undercard, got Alexander Hernandez and Thiago Moises. That should be a good fight.
Hernandez fought Cowboy.
Was that? Let me see. Who did he fight? He fought. Oh no, he lost to Drew Dober last. Then he beat Chris.
Yeah.
Something.
That's him. He
Oh
lost
yeah.
Yeah. That's him. Yep. Cowboy kicked him in the head.
Yep, that Brooklyn card, the Brooklyn one.
Yeah.
But he beat Beneil Dariush in 2018.
2018. That was a long time ago.
It is a long time ago. It is definitely a long time ago. But who else do we have? Alex Oliveira. Oh, nice.
He is
sweet. Yeah.
That's wait.
That's
Oliveira win.
Yeah.
He fought him?
No, they're on the undercard.
Oh, okay. Alex Oliveira fighting who?
Randy Brown.
Woo! That's my boy Randy Brown, Jamaican dude.
Yeah.
He's a beast. I follow him. Yeah, well then I got Randy Brown.
Even though Luque pieced him up.
He did. But Randy Brown's on my list still. That was
Randy Brown put it on Brian Barberina though. That was a good fight.
I like Randy Brown. I'm a fan following him. Like he lost once to on the top. He was on the top and got hit with like a hammer fist from the bottom and it knocked him out. That was weird. And then he he did get pieced up by who was it? Whoever it was. But anyway, yeah. I'm still on the train with him. Like he's super athletic and real skill. Like he could do all the stuff. Like I don't know what I think his specialty is grappling, but he can throw hands too. So
another welterweight. I mean, shoot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, he's 170.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my guy. I'm on his train. So that's next week, this Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm in.
That's the undercard. So same thing. Like preliminary card is going to start at 5. Main card is going to start at 8, which I love.
Mm-hmm.
Love.
Earlier
fights.
Yeah.
Makes that 5 a.m. wake up time, my 5 a.m. alarm, a little bit easier.
Yeah.
But yeah, who else? I mean, Dustin Jacoby, Maxim Grishin. I've heard his name, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Alonso Minifield. Oh yeah, him and William Knight. That'll be a good fight at light heavyweight. I mean, it's hard. This card could definitely be
a joint. Yeah.
Like how last week's card was. Just firefights from.
And that's not a fight night. That's a fight night. Gotta be.
Yeah.
Oh, say, I'm not paying for that.
Because that. Oh no! I mean, Rosenstrike versus Gane.
That is a good one. Yeah.
Because Gane's got like that. Gane's got that. Got that Gilbert Burns to him.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's got that explosive hands, but like also is a problem. In other places. So. Should be really good. But then after that, then we got UFC 259, which is going to be crazy. So that's March 6th. So the week after is 259.
Who's on that?
That's Jan and Izzy, Amanda and Megan, Peter, Jan and Aljo, Islam Makhachev and Drew.
That's a night right there.
Thiago Santos.
What?
And Alexander Rakic.
Yeah, that's a night right there.
Talk about a card.
Their
Then
money.
on the
Mhm.
undercard,
Mhm.
you got Dominic Cruz and Casey Kenny.
What?
You got Song Yadong. He's fighting Kyler
Dong
Phillips.
dong.
I don't really know Kyler Phillips as much. You got Askar Askarov fighting Joe Benavidez.
Oh, yeah.
Then who's this? Oh, Renata Souza fighting Amanda
Ronaldo
Lemos.
Souza?
Renata Souza.
Oh, that's a woman?
Yeah,
I don't know.
strawweight. Dude, and then who else? Oh, and then Jake Matthews is fighting Sean. I don't know Sean Brady as much. I know his name, but Jake Matthews is fighting Sean Brady.
All right.
Kai Kara France. Yo, this is UFC 259.
I know that name. I don't know. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. All right.
We might have to.
We might have to click up for that.
We
I was
might
just
have
about
to.
say the same
We might
thing.
have to. We might have to do that one in person and go live on that one.
Yeah.
For 259.
I was just about to say the same thing. Let me know. When we come out there, I come down here, whatever. It's all
whatever.
Good. You know what I'm saying?
We got to do something, bro.
All right, done.
Because that's gonna be crazy.
That's
but yeah, I mean, this next week should be great. Oh yeah.
I'm with that. Cyril Gahn and whoever the other guys.
Rosenstrike.
Rosenstrike, yeah.
Yeah.
I should know Rosenstrike. Yeah.
Overeem's lip. Oh well.
Yeah.
Oh lip.
Hey, no Overeem jokes. No Overeem slander.
Man, Overeem's gonna get pieced up by Derek Lewis.
Oh, okay, you could do that. I like that.
he's gonna. I mean, I'm calling it. And it's hard to bet against Overeem, man.
I love Overeem.
I love Overeem too. I love Derek Lewis more.
Yes, I do.
Just for the IG feed alone.
Yeah, Houston, America. Let's go.
He's okay.
Yeah, dropping them fifth ward bees on him.
I'm surprised Derek Lewis hasn't posted a picture of Overeem with his lips split saying he's not okay.
He should. I'm gonna hit him up. I'm getting on here right now.
Right.
Here's the beast. I'm like, bro, first of all, did you lift furniture all your life? Second, troll Overeem so we can get
Right. And 3, come over here and put this motorcycle in the back of my truck.
Yeah, I'm still seeing. Hold on. Hey, can we do pictures on how you do that thing? We haven't been using all the features on this stuff.
Are there more features?
The Zoom pictures features? And stuff.
Oh, really?
I don't know how to do it, but I heard you can.
I don't know. I don't know what to do. I have a hard enough time just getting the mic to work, man.
Right.
So let's see. We can do a thumbs up. There's a thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Give you one of those reactions.
Yeah, I gave it a thumbs up.
Share screen, chat.
Let's see. What's this?
What's this share?
Oh yeah, we can get the chat cracking.
No.
Wow, look at that.
What you got? What, the chat?
Hold up. Everybody's gonna be looking at us.
I mean, like, yes.
What is that? Oh, that.
Shared a file in the meeting.
How do you do that?
Potential security issue detected.
We're so lame on Zoom.
We are.
We do not have corporate jobs.
We are so lame. Oh, there's a motorcycle.
Did you see it?
Well, yeah.
That's in the chat.
I clicked to it. Now I don't know where I am. I don't know. Yeah, I didn't see it pop up. I don't know.
Oh, look at that. I like this view better. We got gallery view. I mean, you don't see it, but gallery view is kind of cool.
Yeah, well, I think that's what I'm on anyway. I'd stay on the gallery because that's how it records.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got to get the thing that goes over.
If you want it, I can get it done. All right, let me hit her up. Let's just see what's I won't give her prices out on
there. Your girl.
Yeah, she'll do us a solid. You know what I mean?
Yeah. She's amazing. We'll figure it. Hey, this is just us figuring it out, man. This is what, episode number 4 that we've done, or 5? This 4 or 5? It's one of them.
Meeting full screen. All right, forget about it.
Okay.
All right,
I don't know.
I'm about to go eat.
Go eat,
Have
man.
a great day, bro.
Go get some Chipotle and or some Five Guys and or what else? Some Jamaican food.
Nah. those are only two options in my
All right.
brain right now, unless I make some food. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta run around town, so I might just grab food. Yeah. Anyway, peace out.
Good hanging as always, bro.
Yes,
Have
sir,
an amazing
bro.
week.
You too, bro.
We'll
I'm
chop it
outta
up.
here.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.